If you think you have seen crazy car modifications before, you haven't seen the Nigerian car upgrade culture. I mean this. This was once a 2006 Range Rover. Now look at what they are turning it into. A 2024 Range Rover. The same car, but different identity. They literally cut the body open, weld new panels, and even create space for flush door handles that never existed. This is what we call an upgrade in Nigeria. I'm showing you 12 of the most diabolical car upgrades ever done on Nigerian roads. Few of them are impressive, most of them are questionable, and some should never have happened. Let's start from something small, then gradually enter the madness. First is Yaris to a Lexus IS250. People are taking a 2006 Toyota Yaris and forcing it to look like a second-generation Lexus IS250. Full front swap, headlights, bumper, bonnet. Then they squeeze IS250 lights into the back like it is by force. From afar, you might be confused, but up close, it is just chaotic. But that's still manageable, because the next one involves money, ego, and zero restraints. Old Mercedes-Benz S-Class into the latest Maybach. That's W211 to the W223 style. Someone buys a 2007 Mercedes-Benz S-Class for 6 million, then spends upward of 20 million naira to make it look like a 250 million naira Maybach. And they don't just stop at the exterior. They change the steering, the dashboard, the screens, the AC vents, full interior conversion. At this point, the car is no longer modified. It is surgically rebuilt and irreversible. Imagine buying that car for 50 million naira in the market and think, oh, I got a good deal, because you think it's an original Maybach. That sounds like a crime to me. The third upgrade is the first generation Toyota Venza into a Rolls-Royce swept steel. This one is not an upgrade, this is madness. A 15 million naira Toyota Venza converted into a car worth 18 billion naira. The Rolls-Royce swept steel, a one-of-one bespoke Rolls-Royce. Let that sink in. An old Venza gets stripped down and the entire body is rebuilt using fiberglass in about 2 months. But guess what? Underneath all that luxury, it's still a Venza. Same engine, same interior, same everything. I think this might be the craziest one, price difference-wise. I wonder what Rolls-Royce management will do if they come across a Toyota Venza cosplaying as a swept steel in the streets of Nigeria. At this point, you're probably thinking it can't get worse. Guess what? It can. The fourth upgrade is an old model Prado to a newer Lexus GX460. The rugged Toyota Prado is converted into a Lexus GX. The logos change, interior changes, the steering, the dashboard, the seats, the upholstery. The Prado's identity gets totally deleted. But the problem is, a GX and a Prado don't even drive the same way. A Lexus GX460 has a smoother and more comfortable ride feel than the Prado. They are very different characters on the road, and I have heard stories of people falling for this scam amongst car dealers. You have a car that looks premium, but drives like something else entirely. The fifth upgrade is a Toyota Sentra into a Toyota Camry. This one is dangerous. From one brand to another brand. A 2015 Nissan Sentra is taken and turned into a 2020 Toyota Camry XSE trim. The front looks like the Camry, the rear looks like the Camry, even the logo will be converted into a Camry. The only thing that gives it away is when you open the door, because on the exterior, Nissan has been completely erased from the existence. However, the awkward proportions on the outside might still make you have a feeling that this is not a 2018 Toyota Camry. So be careful when buying these cars. And at this point, I have one question. How do these people that convert or upgrade these cars even discover what parts will fit what car? Because this next one is everywhere. Number 6, a 2012 Toyota Camry into a 2018 Toyota Camry. This 2012 Toyota Camry is Nigeria's most popular car, but it is now a victim. They cut the front, they cut the rear, and they forced a 2018 Camry fender, bumper, headlight, and tail light design onto this body. Making a 30 million naira car look like a 25 million naira car is not something I thought people would venture to in my lifetime. At number 7, we have a W202 C-Class being upgraded into a W204 C-Class. This one is just disrespectful. An innocent old C-Class being forced to look like a newer generation C-Class. The size difference alone tells you something is wrong. You can already paint a mental picture of how the front area of this car had to be cut and joined to accommodate a smaller bumper and fender, because the W202 is way bigger than the W204. The panels don't align, the proportions are fighting each other, but somehow it still exists. Now let's enter utility vehicles, where things become even more convincing. Number 8 is an old Hilux into a 2023 Hilux. This one is actually strategic. They buy an old Hilux for about 7 million naira, then spend another 10 million naira upgrading it. Now you have something that looks modern and is worth a 75 million naira Toyota Hilux Adventure in the markets today. And since Toyota didn't drastically change the engine across these models, it still drives almost the same. The only thing that gives it away is the interior, but trust Nigerian car upgrade industry. They have found a way to also upgrade the interior to look kind of modern, but not exactly like 2023 model. This is one of the few upgrades that almost makes sense, but the fact that the body panels have to be cut to make the new model lights align, it will affect the car's structural integrity long term. At number 9, we have a Toyota Sequoia being converted into the latest Land Cruiser 300 series. This one should be illegal and a crime. An 8 million naira Toyota Sequoia is bought, they're now disguising as a 300 million naira Land Cruiser. From afar, it looks intimidating, but when it gets up close, it is very, very confusing because something just feels off. The whole interior gets stripped to the metal just to allow the conversion technicians have enough space to manipulate the body to fit the Land Cruiser features. The probability of an upgraded car like this catching fire on the road is very high because of the electrical manipulations that go on during this upgrade. But guess what? This particular Sequoia to Land Cruiser upgrade is now getting popular. People are now going after Sequoias. In fact, the dealers know you're buying a Sequoia so you can upgrade it. So the prices of the Sequoia is also rising in the market. At number 10, we have the Lexus RX 330 into a 2020 Lexus RX 350. I have tried my best not to judge, but this particular upgrade is painful. They upgrade the front, add aggressive rear lights, and somehow destroy the original design completely. It doesn't look premium, it just looks forced and weird. That also brings us to the 2013 RX 350 into a 2025 RX 350 upgrade, because even newer RX owners are not satisfied. I mean the 2010 to 2015 model RX 350s. They upgrade just the front to look like a 2025 RX 350. Mind you, these two cars have completely different structure, completely different characters. So now we have half old, half new. No balance. It just looks awkward and does something nasty to your eye. At number 12, we have the 2006 Range Rover being converted into 2020 plus Range Rover year models. Some of these upgrades feel badly because you are trying to force 20 years of design evolution into an older car, onto a completely different chassis. Thin model lights on a bulky body, wiring issues, alignment problems, and this is already a car that is known for reliability issues. A lot of Range Rovers have been known to catch fire due to its electrical architecture, but still, see how dangerously the upgrades cut down a Range Rover and its components. The 2006 to 2025 model will probably not work, but people have been upgrading that 2006 Range Rovers to look like a 2020 model. So be careful when buying Range Rovers out there. Now, here's the truth. Some of these builds show serious skill, dedication, and fabrication talent from Nigerian technicians, but most of them are illusions, because a car is not just appearance. It is engineering, structure, safety. And once you start cutting and joining like this, you are no longer upgrading a car. You are creating a completely different safety risk. So I need to ask you, what is the craziest car upgrade you have ever seen in your life, in Nigeria or anywhere in the world? Because at this point, nothing surprises me anymore.